Hello. Hello, my lovely butterflies. It's so cool to be sitting here and waiting to go live and then to see that you're already saying hi to one another. I think that is cool. This is such a cool community. I'm I feel so blessed to be part of this. Thank you so much, my sweet butterflies, for making this into what it is. So we have a new month going on, so we need a new theme, right? We need a new theme for this a layer a day challenge. We're the best. A little pat on the shoulder here for ourselves. Celia, I can so hear you say it. Bonsoir. That was a good impression of Celia, right? That's what you get when you spend so much time together in the hangouts. You even start to pick up each other's way of talking. But that's not what we are here for. We are here to talk about a new A Layer a Day challenge. So, hello, my lovely butterflies, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, before we dive into things today, something a little bit different. My apologies. Technology has definitely not been on my side the past week. Definitely. And today it got confirmed because apparently half of the links in the newsletter were not working for I don't know what reason. So tomorrow morning, my tomorrow morning, like a little bit over 12 hours from now, you will receive a new week in a nutshell where all the links will be working. For all of those who were wondering where the calendar was hiding or where the butterfly effect was hiding, because that's a new thing which I'm so excited about, or where the downloadable was hiding for the members, well, the new letter is coming up tomorrow, but half of the links were working. So technology universe, I don't know what it is you're trying to tell me with technology not following up, but I'm hearing it and I'll try to see what this message might mean. For now, however, time to dive into a new A Layer a Day challenge. Now, I'm going to keep this short because it's the first Saturday of the month and then there is a demo moment. So as soon as I'm done talking, I have a couple of things here ready next to me to do a little demo for you for something that you could use on your art journal spread. Now, new month, new theme, drum roll. Like I said last time, I've been rehearsing this, I need to use it. This month is all about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yes, apparently that was a request from what used to be my patrons, what now is my members, because now everything is on the app and on the website. They wanted to do something with that playful kind of theme. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And we're going to start this so easy. I want to imagine yourself as a little child. Well, most of us here are ladies, so little girls. If you're a guy, a little boy. Standing in front of a storefront, having your eyes sparkling because of what it is you're seeing. Can you imagine that? And what you are seeing are pretty little things. And that is our first theme. Pretty little things. I really want us to connect with the child within this week and really just focus on the sparkling pink unicorns, if that is what pretty little things means for you, and start journaling about that. And I hear all those who are new to this going like, how do you even journal about that? Journal about that happy place you would go to as a child because it made your eyes sparkle. Or that happy place where you would go to now if that is what your eyes sparkle from. Fun little story. We're at the very beginning here of setting up an aquarium. And for my 15-year-old son, his eyes sparkle when he thinks about all the SpongeBob things he's gonna put in that aquarium. I've not seen my teenager so sparkly in a very long time. Bob Sponge, that's his happy place. So, Pretty Little Things, what's yours? I'm real curious to see where that is going to take us on a journaling spread. That's for this week's A Layer a Day challenge. Now, I promised you a little demo. Let's check. No, I didn't forget anything. Let's flip the camera and let's do a little demo. My table is ready. I have this going on. So this is a little background that I created, and I was like, how am I going to finish this? Now, my first temptation, you know me, would be to add a circle here. Like that is what really makes me tick. It's like the circle on the right side of the spread and then something that is going on there. That is not what I'm going to do today, because I'm going to resist the temptation. I'm going to go in with a different kind of circle. I'm going to go in with this one. You know what? Let's change it up. I'm going to go in with this one. How about that? I'm not going to do like any kind of circle at all. I feel very brave now. I really, really feel very brave not going in with the circle. I'm going to go in with this. I might add a circle later on. I might. Let's go with this one first. So I prepped this little thing so that I can put my paint on there. And I also prepped some paint. I want to keep it in tune with what I have going on the background. So I'm just going to go with some black and gray. So what do I have going on here? I actually have some washi tape, which is this one. That's what I have here in the background. And then I put some paint over there. And then I sprayed some ink clearly. Added some splatters, and these are all rub-ons from Lord Tim of Holtz. Now let's take a little bit of black paint. Now this is pretty liquid, so I'm gonna be very careful with my sponge so that it doesn't go like all over the place under the stencil, even if I put my stencil in the right order, well, in the right, direction, not the right order. What is wrong with my brain? Someone save me from myself. And this sponge, well, it has already suffered. So you know what? I'm going to cut this off because this has been drying, and that is so not cool. That is when you don't take care of your stuff as well as you should. Then you get these kind of things. And now I have this kind of spongy thing that I can use to put this on. Let's get rid of this. That's going to be in my way as well. And let's do something like this. I'm not going to go over the fold because I know that that is going to make it so hard on myself. Let's not make it any harder than necessary, right? Now, this is just a very quickie because this is not what I wanted to demo, actually. I mean, I'm not going to do that every time we do a demo to just sponge on some paint, right? I'm going to take some of that black and mix it in here so that I can have a transition going on. I'm actually going to add a stamped image as my focal point here. And the further I go down, the blacker I go because I want it to match what I have going on already on the paper. And I'm trying not to go over the edge of the stencil because that is something that I do like almost every time. So yeah, if you thought you were alone with that, guess again. Voila. And now we have a little leaf that is actually just going to be a support for what it is I want to do next. Let's put this one in the water and not leave it on the table, which I often do. There you go, swim. Let's get this out of the way before I put my elbow in there. Can you feel the experience of painted elbows? Yes, that happens all the time. There we go. And I'm going to leave this one to dry for a minute because now I'm going to play with this one because I want to have this one going on there. I want to add a little butterfly. I don't know if the chat is leaving, is letting me down, or because you're all very quiet in the chat. So this butterfly is on the FP023 stem set. That is what I'm gonna use. It's this one. It's pretty grungy, so it's nicely gonna match with what I have going on there. And because I have a lot of pinkish purple here, I want to go with a completely contrasting color. So I'm gonna go in with turquoise. But I also have one pink here, and you're gonna see I'm gonna add some contrast in the butterfly. Now, what I like to do when I have these kind of images, let's see if I can bring you in a little closer. Now, this is not my strong suit. I always turn this in the wrong direction. There we go. Let's have you a little bit closer so that you can see all the pores on my hand. Now I'm going to very quickly colorize this one. So I'm always starting with the lightest color, and yes, the camera will take a second to stabilize and to stop shaking. Camera, don't do that. Stop. Thank you. I always start with the very, very lightest color, and this actually almost looks like white. I don't even know if the camera is picking it up, but this is already going to saturate the paper a little bit before I go in with any other color, and it is matching what I'm going to do, so that helps me get the paper on this side ready. Now I'm going in with a darker color, and I'm really gonna try to keep it very, very light, so I don't insist too much. Like I said, I want to keep it light and contrasting, and the further away I go, the darker I go, like so. And now I'm going to go in like really the darkest blue that I have. Well, it's actually turquoise, not blue. There we go. And if I could do the two wings at the same time, wouldn't that be nice? And add some more of that darkest shade, like just a tiny bit here on the outside. Like so. And now I'm going to go back with the second lightest that I used, and I'm going to reblend this from the outside towards the inside, and that is going to pull that darkest color towards the lighter color and really nicely blend it out. So these are Copic markers, but you can do this with any type of alcohol markers that you have that work like these sketching markers. Yes, and I'm going out of the lines. I don't care because I'm gonna trim the image anyway. So this is again the lightest invisible color, but again, that's gonna allow me to completely blend it. What I like about these markers is that you can fully blend what you have going on. And now, and this is the fun part, I'm gonna add some of this light pink because I want to have some reminder of what I have going on here. So I'm just gonna add that here in the center and pull it towards the outside. And that is what is going to make my little butterfly work with the background. Now, if I wanted this to look like really vintagey, grungy, what I could do, I'm not gonna do it here, I'm gonna show you why, is to make this look like a vintage image, you could imitate like the distress ink effect, and that is by using brownish colors to add in there. The thing is, when you do that with certain colors, let's grab a cool color. What's this? I haven't used this in like ages. Ooh, that's like, ooh, salmon. If I add this on top of that, it's gonna make it look like a vintagey pinkish color. But if I do that on the blue, of course it's gonna turn like greenish, and I don't want to have a greenish tint on here. If this was like even more vintagey looking, I might do that, but I don't want to have this on here because it's gonna be too green, and I really want to have that blue contrast with this background. So that's done. Let's get rid of all of these. And now I very quickly need to trim this. So first I go in with the big scissors. I like to have the biggest things cut out. There we go. And no, I am not being careful about all the little details because those who know me know what I'm going to do. Yes, sepia. Thank you, Linda. That's the word that I was looking for. Good thing that I have you all helping me out when I don't find my words, right? I only have like 2 neurons, and when I'm demoing like this, like one goes into focus mode, like, don't cut yourself, don't drop everything. And the other one is trying to do what needs to be done, and well, then there's no one left to watch the vocabulary. And I'm left all by myself on that department. Now, this is always the very hurtful part, because I'm like, no, don't get rid of all those details. They are what is making this image cool, and you're all cutting them off, but we're gonna bring them back, right? We have to bring them back. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, I stamped this image with Memento ink, so not with archival ink, because archival ink and Copic markers are not good friends. The ink will move, will shift, will bleed. It will ruin your Copic markers. So no, they're not a good match. Memento ink, however, does the trick just fine. Come on, little butterfly. There we go. A little bit more here. Now I'm really trying to do this fast, and I'm having issues here. Okay, let's just leave it as that, and let's give him a little bit of a black edge, right? Because this is not gonna look nice if I just put it like that, to have like all that white on the edge. And you can do that with Distress ink, or you can just take a Sharpie and go on the edge like this. Works just as well and gives you that nicely blackish edge all around, so that you don't have that white anymore. And again, if you want to make it look more vintagey, then instead of going around with black, you go around with Distress ink and go for vintage photo or something like that. Voila. So as I said, we now lost everything that was cool about this butterfly. So we need to bring that back. Where's my stamp? Where is my, here it is. So I'm gonna stamp him directly on the paper. And very often that goes wrong. I'm missing like a whole bunch of details, but I don't care. I only need like the little lines and the grungy effects that are on the outside to bring those back. And yes, I'm an over inker and an overthinker, and I don't care. Voila. I think I need some new ink pads here because they're getting low on ink. And this is the stressy part where you go like, this is not gonna stamp properly. No, it probably won't. That's okay, because we have an image to glue over it. But it worked fine. Yes. Let's very quickly heat set this. Now, instead of just gluing this one down like flat, this is not gonna do much for the spread, right? This is like, this is meh. So I'm gonna make my little butterfly fly. First thing that I do is that I fold his wings next to the little body, and then I curl them up. And I know that a butterfly doesn't fly like this. I don't care. These are my butterflies, and they can fly however I want. And yes, I know that in my journal it's not gonna stay like this, but at least for now it is, even if it's just for a minute. And now I can glue this down. Now, another thing that I could do to make him stand out, to make this little butterfly pop on the page, which I'm not going to do with this spread because I want to keep him matte, would be to add glossy accents, like all over the butterfly. And that is what gives, you might have seen these on spreads of mine, where I give added elements like this, like a sticker feeling to it. That is just some glossy accents or some other glazing medium that you have that's a bit shiny. What I like about the glossy accents is that it's relatively, well, thick, and it really adds dimension. There we go. Voila, it's missing something with the spread, like it's missing connection, right? I need to add, those who know me, they know what I'm going to add. Hello, Abby. Oh my God, a rough cold. No, 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 send it away. Send it away. Butterflies with colds, that's not okay. So to make him work with the rest of the spread, because we have this big contrasting color, I'm gonna add some splatters with this all around, and that is what is going to bring everything together. So I need to activate this a little bit. This is just a paint marker. I could just use some Fresco Finish diluted with water. The fun thing with these is I just have to activate them, and then I can go in and splatter. And now it looks like my butterfly is actually sprinkling some fairy dust on the paper. And yes, I'm really adding quite some splatters here because, well, because I can. And just because I feel like it. First one in 2 years, not fair. Abby, now that you joined, that's when I start with the splatters. Okay, I'll clean my table at a later moment, but here we go. There he is. Doesn't he look cool? And now what I can also do to add even more schwung for everything to work together is when I add my word sticker, let's just very quickly pick a word sticker, shall we? Let's go with, oh, I'm gonna add this one. This one says being one, because I think you, all of my beautiful butterflies, and me, we are all one. We are being one. Now I need to be careful because those splatters, they're not dry, and I know myself. This is usually where I put my finger in there. Let's not do that today, right? And yes, I like my word to be a little bit smaller in my small journal because this is the A Layer a Day journal, and if the words are too big, it's like, so I'm trimming it down so that I can nicely put it here, and I like it to spill off the paper. And I can go back in with those same markers and make that match the background. So I can use that pink. And at first it's gonna look like nothing because the ink needs to dry on the paper. But again, I can make those blend and match. Let's go back in with the lightest color here. And then I can blend everything as if it was like meant to be this way. And there we are. I didn't add a circle. I'm proud of myself. I did not do a circle. And yet, I finished the spread. I need to add something very important here. Let's do the dates. So this is March and we are the 5th today. So you have proof that this is being done like here and now and live. And there we go. 5th of March 2022. Et voilà. That's it. The spread is done. I can now switch the camera again to look you in the eyes, to thank you so much for being here with me today. So this week's challenge is Pretty Little Thing in our new The Good, the Bad and the Ugly theme. I'm looking forward to see all your spreads in the A Layer a Day forum group. I was almost going to say the other ugly word which we no longer use, because now everything is on the forum and on the app so that you don't have to go on any other social media. Thank you so much for being here with me. Don't forget to put down a layer a day in a mindful way. Butterfly kisses.